If you're in the market for a new chair and have around $500 to spend, should you get a gaming chair or a regular office chair? In this video, I'll be comparing the best gaming chair to the best ergonomic office chair that you can get in this $500 to $600 price range to help you decide which one is going to be the best fit for you. For the gaming chair, we'll be looking at the Secretlab Titan Evo, which in my opinion is the best racing style gaming chair on the market right now. And for the office chair, we'll be looking at the Haworth Soji, which I believe is one of the best values in office seating today. Throughout this video, we'll be comparing factors such as design, materials and build quality, comfort, and overall value to help you find out which one is going to be the best bang for your buck. Now, before we start, I just want to say this video is not sponsored, but I will have some affiliate links in the description. If you find the information in this video helpful, then please consider using these links as it really helps support the channel at no extra cost to you. Now, with that out of the way, let's jump right in by taking a look at the overall design of the two chairs. Just by looking at them, you can tell that these chairs have very different design philosophies. The Haworth Soji is a classic ergonomic office chair, while the Secretlab Titan follows that racing style aesthetic. The Soji has a sleek, modern look with a mesh backrest. It's available in various natural color pairings like stone, ocean, clay, and juniper, which gives it a peaceful and professional vibe. This design allows it to blend seamlessly into pretty much any office setting, whether it's a home office or a corporate environment. On the other hand, the Secretlab Titan Evo is going to be the complete opposite. It has that typical racing style gaming chair look that's a lot more flashy and in your face. Now, if you're in the market for a gaming chair, then you probably already know if this is the aesthetic that you're going for. Secretlab offers dozens of designs that they've licensed from different IPs. So if you want to rep your favorite esports team, video game, or even anime, then Secretlab probably has an option for you. Now, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of these vibrant, over-the-top designs, but I know a lot of people like them. And to Secretlab's credit, they do offer more simple designs that are more dialed back. The model I have is their Soft Weave Plus fabric upholstery, which I think strikes a nice balance. It's more toned down compared to their brighter, more vibrant options, making it versatile enough to fit both a gaming setup and a traditional office setting. Personally, I prefer the look of the Haworth Soji. Its clean, professional design appeals to me more than the gaming aesthetic of the Evo. However, I completely understand that this is subjective, and if you're specifically looking for a gaming chair aesthetic, then the Titan Evo gives the most options out of any gaming chair I've seen. When it comes to materials and build quality, both chairs are actually really good. Now, just to put it into perspective, for this $500 to $600 price range, the Secretlab chair would be considered a high-end gaming chair. However, if we're talking about ergonomic office chairs, for a similar price, the Soji would be considered a mid-range ergonomic chair, where high-end chairs can cost as much as $1,000 to $2,000. The Haworth Soji, being from one of the top 3 office chair manufacturers, uses high-quality components throughout. The frame is primarily made of high-density plastic, which is actually pretty common in ergonomic chairs these days. I know some people hear plastic and think cheap, especially when compared to Secretlab, which uses more metal components, but this is not the case with the Soji. The plastic is very dense and high quality to the point where I don't really have any concerns about the durability or longevity of the chair. The Soji features a mesh backrest that's breathable and supportive. The mesh quality is pretty good. It has some decent elasticity that's supportive and allows you to sink in, while at the same time not being so taut that it feels too firm to sit in. For the seat, the Soji uses a relatively thin seat pad that's firm but has some give so that it's comfortable for long sitting sessions. Now, moving on to the Titan Evo, I have to give credit where credit is due. The build quality on this chair is impressive, especially for a gaming chair. It uses a good amount of metal components for the base, frame, and arms, which gives it a premium feel. All the parts fit together really nicely, and there's very minimal creaking or wobbling. The Soft Weave Plus fabric on my model feels durable and has held up well over 2 years of use. The stitching is still perfect, and there's barely any noticeable wear and tear just from normal rubbing up against the fabric, which is pretty impressive in my opinion. Overall, I'd say both chairs are built really well. While the Soji uses primarily plastic, I'd say that the components are still very high quality and the chair is put together really well. Now, it's not going to be the same level as like a top-of-the-line Herman Miller, but it's still really well built compared to pretty much any other chair in this price range. And Haworth offers a 12-year warranty with the Soji, so you can really tell that they kind of stand behind their build quality. Now, the Secretlab Titan is also built really well. Its components are high quality, using metal in the frame, base, and armrest, which makes it super sturdy. Now, from my experience, most racing style gaming chairs feel pretty cheap for the price you pay, but I can honestly say that the Titan Evo feels like a $600 chair. And I've actually owned my Titan Evo for 2 years now, so I can personally say that it's held up really well over a long period of time. Now let's dive into the overall comfort of these chairs. I like to break this down into 3 main categories: the seat, the backrest, and the armrests. Starting with the seat, this is where we start to see some pretty significant differences between these two chairs. The Haworth Soji has a relatively flat seat with a waterfall front edge. The foam is firm but supportive, striking a nice balance between comfort and ergonomic support. It definitely feels like you're sitting on top of the seat rather than sinking into it, which makes it easy to shift positions throughout the day. And the waterfall edge helps reduce pressure on the back of your thighs, promoting better circulation. Now, in my personal opinion, I think the Soji seat is very comfortable. I can easily sit in this chair for 8+ hours every day with no problems. This is not the case with the Titan Evo, at least for me that is. The seat is just way too firm in my opinion. Now I like firm seats, but the Titan Evo seat is basically rock hard. My butt basically goes numb after sitting in it for just a few hours. And this seems to be a pretty common complaint that people have about this chair, so I wish Secretlab would just fix this and make their seat a bit softer. Now I will say that the Titan Evo fixes some issues that most other gaming chairs have, mainly with the pronounced side bolsters. The Titan Evo does away with these rigid side bolsters and instead makes some soft padding, which makes the seat a lot more spacious. This is good if you're someone with wider hips or if you like to cross your legs while you're lounging. Now, one standout feature that you'll find on most ergonomic office chairs that you won't find on gaming chairs is the seat pan depth adjustment. The Soji can slide the seat pan forward and backwards to accommodate different leg lengths, which is crucial for proper ergonomic positioning. This is a feature that pretty much all racing style gaming chairs, including the Secretlab, lack. Instead, Secretlab offers 3 different size configurations based on your height and weight. Now, don't get me wrong, it's good that they offer different size options, but without proper adjustability options, you still won't be able to get a perfect fit for your body. This makes the Titan Evo a lot less versatile than the Soji's adjustable seat pan, which basically makes it a one-size-fits-all. Overall, I find the Soji seat to be much more comfortable for long sitting sessions. Now, between the seat pad itself and the adjustability options that you get, I think it's just a much better seat and will fit a larger range of people. The Titan Evo, while an improvement over most racing style gaming chairs, still doesn't come close to what you're going to get with the Soji in my opinion. Moving on to the backrest, both chairs take a completely different approach in terms of how they're designed. Starting with the Soji's backrest, I think it's fantastic. It's definitely one of the best backrests I've tested in a chair at this price point. The Soji features a mesh backrest that's breathable and supportive. The mesh is high quality and provides good support while still having some give to it. It conforms to your back shape, providing consistent support as you move around. It has a good balance of elasticity while not being too taut, which lets you sink into it without it feeling too firm. As for the shape of the backrest, you can see that the Soji has a built-in lumbar curve, and you can add on an optional height adjustable lumbar support for an extra $35. Even without this lumbar support add-on, I find the natural shape of the backrest to be supportive enough for most people. But if you're someone who really likes aggressive lumbar support, then I think the add-on is definitely worth it. In contrast, the Secretlab Titan Evo has a fully upholstered backrest. The breathability will depend on the upholstery option that you get. The soft weave fabric is going to be a lot more breathable than the Neo Hybrid leatherette, but neither are going to be as breathable as the Soji's mesh. As for the shape of the backrest, it's also very different from the Soji. Now, like pretty much all racing style gaming chairs, the backrest is almost completely flat, which doesn't provide the same ergonomic support as the curved shape of the Soji. Now, the Titan Evo does have a built-in adjustable lumbar support with both height and depth adjustments. This is definitely a huge step up from most gaming chairs, but still not enough to compensate for the flat backrest. Even with the lumbar support dialed as strong as it'll go, it doesn't feel nearly as supportive as the Soji's backrest. Now let's talk about the recline of the two chairs. Both chairs have pretty good recline functionality, but in different ways. The Soji has a synchro tilt mechanism that's very smooth and keeps you in an ergonomic position throughout the entire motion of the recline. When you recline, the backrest and the seat move at different angles, which lets you keep your feet planted while you're reclining. Now, one downside to the Soji is that you only have 2 different positions. You can lock it in a fully upright position, or you can have it set to a full recline with no backstop positions in between. You also can't lock the chair in a recline position, so no matter how far back you recline, you'll be able to come back up. Now, this is good for promoting movement while you're sitting, but worse for kicking back and lounging. As for the Titan Evo, it has a knee tilt mechanism, which, while isn't as good as a synchro tilt mechanism, is still pretty smooth and decent for rocking. The one standout feature about a racing style gaming chair's recline compared to a standard office chair is the independent backrest recline. Now, this, combined with the tilt mechanism, allows you to recline much further back than the Soji, almost to a lying down position. And unlike the Soji, the Titan Evo allows you to lock the backrest at any angle. This is good if you're going to be lounging a lot in your chair for a prolonged period of time, since you won't need to engage any muscles to stay reclined. Overall, I'd say both chairs have a really good recline. The Soji's recline is better in the sense that it's a bit smoother and keeps you in an ergonomic position, which makes it much more suitable in an office environment. The Titan Evo's recline is better if you're someone who tends to lounge a lot in your chair because it lets you recline way further back and lock yourself in a recline position. In my opinion, this is more suitable for kind of like a home office or gaming setup where you're more likely to be relaxing. When it comes to the armrests, I'd say both chairs have really good armrests. They both offer 4D armrests with height, width, depth, and pivot adjustments. The Haworth Soji's armrests have a good range of motion, allowing you to find a comfortable position for most tasks. The armpads have a contour shape with waterfall edges, which in my opinion is comfortable for your forearm because they won't dig into the sides of the arm pads. They're softer in the center and firmer at the edges, providing a nice balance of cushioning and support. However, I did find that the adjustment mechanisms on the Soji, particularly for the width and the pivot, are just a bit stiff and can be clunky to adjust. The depth adjustment, on the other hand, feels a bit too loose and can slide out of place if you push off the armrest when you're standing up. The Secretlab Titan Evo's armrest adjustments are smooth to adjust and lock firmly into place, so you don't have to worry about accidentally bumping them out of position. However, I did find the range of motion for the adjustments to be a bit lacking when compared to the Soji. They don't go low enough so that I can get them out of the way when I'm not using them, or to push my chair underneath my desk. Also, when the width adjustments are all the way in, they're still a bit too far apart for me. As for the arm pads on the Titan Evo, they're large and have a good amount of softness to them, making them very comfortable in various positions. One unique feature of the Titan Evo is its swappable arm caps. You can purchase different styles, including memory foam versions, which adds a level of customization that you don't see in many chairs. Now, one thing I did notice is that the Titan Evo's armrests feel a lot sturdier than the Soji's. This is because the actual arms are made of metal compared to the Soji that's made pretty much entirely of plastic. With the Titan Evo, there's no give or flex at all when you push off of the armrest to get up out of the chair. Now, overall, I'd say that both chairs have excellent armrests. Personally, I do like the Soji's a bit better just because I really value the range of motion on the adjustments. Now, I don't always use the armrests, so it's important for me to be able to lower them and get them out of the way when I'm not using them. But that said, the Titan Evos are great as well. They're really sturdy, well built, and comfortable to use. Now moving on, let's talk about value. Are these chairs worth your money, and how do they compare in terms of pricing and warranties? Now the Haworth Soji is positioned as a mid-range office chair priced at around $500 to $600 depending on your configuration. For this price, you're getting a chair from a top-tier office chair manufacturer backed by a 12-year warranty. Now this is the same warranty that Haworth offers on their high-end chairs like the Fern, which costs twice as much as this chair. The Soji also comes fully assembled, which is a nice touch as it saves you the hassle of putting it together yourself and kind of just adds to the overall experience. You also get a 30-day return window, giving you ample time to test the chair and make sure it's right for you. The Secretlab Titan Evo is priced similarly, also in this $500 to $600 price range, depending on the upholstery choice and any other customizations. However, the warranty situation is a bit different. Now, Secretlab offers a 3-year warranty, which you can extend to 5 years if you post about the chair on social media. Now, while this is better than what you're going to get on most gaming chairs, it's not even close to what you're going to get with the Soji. Now, in terms of value for money, I think the Haworth Soji definitely has the edge here. You're getting a chair from a top 3 office chair brand with a warranty that's more than twice as long as the Titan Evo's extended warranty. The Soji also offers better overall comfort and adjustability in my opinion, which means it's more likely to be a good fit for a wider range of body types. So at the end of the day, if you have around $500 to $600 to spend on a chair, should you choose the Haworth Soji or the Secretlab Titan Evo? Personally, I heavily lean towards the Haworth Soji. I find it more comfortable for long-term use, and its professional design fits better in most settings. It also has a much better adjustment package to fit a wider range of users. And you get a much longer 12-year warranty from one of the most reputable brands in the industry, making it a much safer investment in my opinion. All in all, I think the Haworth Soji is just one of the best values you can get in an office chair at the moment. Now that's not to say that the Secretlab Titan Evo is a bad chair. It's probably the best racing style gaming chair that you're going to get. So if you're dead set on getting a gaming chair, whether you really like the way it looks or just value the recline for lounging, then the Titan Evo isn't necessarily a bad option. But ultimately, if you have $500 to $600 to spend on a chair, I think your money is best spent on an ergonomic office chair over a gaming chair. Now again, links to both of these chairs will be in the description below if you want to check them out for yourselves. If you found this comparison helpful, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see my in-depth reviews of each of these chairs, you can check them out by clicking here.